E.
Hello, everybody. Uh, Welcome to the show. Professional as always. Um, no problems ever occur here.
Ever. No such
Ever.
thing.
No such thing. Only a lot of unpreparedness. That is exactly all that happens here. Welcome everybody to the LAN Show. My name is Mark. I'm a computer engineer and artist and a 3D printing addict. Who are you? Why are you in my room? Why are you in my house?
Yo, howdy.
That doesn't explain anything. Um, you actually wrote "Yo Howdy" in the document.
Yeah, Yo
I
Howdy.
didn't realize you wrote that.
Yeah. I'm a
Um,
computer technician, love working with them, building them, keeping up to date with the latest.
you like working with computer technicians, loving in building them.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I build technicians.
I build technicians.
3D printing and tinkering is my pastime. Also enjoy other various things from small engines to light car work and fixing up the house. Always up to learning new things.
That sounds like a Tinder profile like description.
Yep. Now I gotta find a chick that actually likes that.
There is no chick. The chick's name is Joey.
Oof.
Uh,
Text her right there.
oh my god. Hey, yo, bitch. Yeah, we have a lot of fun topics today. I realized that we both put in the same exact topic only a little bit ago. So, you guys will just be dealing with that. Today we got a Switch 2 hands-on, ROG Ally Xbox, ROG Xbox Ally X, which that is a mouthful. The liquid glass and 9060. So I guess
Nice.
do we just want to get right into it?
Yeah.
The ROG Xbox Ally X is a beefed up version of the popular ROG Ally handheld. It's been developed in collaboration between Asus and Xbox. It runs Windows 11, but boots directly into Xbox First, a full screen gaming experience. Essentially, apparently the Windows or the Xbox engineers have been given a unlimited access under the hood of Windows to make it run as efficiently and as less power hungry as possible. Apparently they have full control over what type of processes run while you're in gaming mode. The video that I watched noted that they were able to cut down RAM usage from by at least 2 gigabytes while doing nothing, while being idle, which is a huge uplift compared to just normal Windows. So it does put it pretty on par with SteamOS in those regards. SteamOS is still more power efficient, battery efficient. And speaking of battery and specs, there were two models that were announced. The ROG Xbox Ally that has a Ryzen Z2A chip, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 512 gigabytes of storage, a 60 watt hour battery, and it weighs about 600 grams. No, just under 700 grams, so 670 grams. The ROG Xbox Ally X Ryzen AI Z2 Extreme, because, that's an easy thing to say. It has 24 gigabytes of RAM, is a 1 terabyte SSD, 80 watt hour battery, and 715 grams. So a little bit heavier. I don't know. Do you think that'd be noticeable?
The difference in weight?
Yeah. Would it be that noticeable?
I think slightly.
Slightly.
Just a smidge. I mean, larger battery. I think larger batteries is putting most of the heft in there.
Which, I mean, that's not a bad thing for a console like this.
No.
There's a 7-inch Full HD IPS panel with Corning Gorilla Glass Victus. There's a USB Type-C port and a USB 4/Thunderbolt 4 port on the Ally X, so they can handle their external GPUs potentially. Does Ally or Jesus Christ, Asus have a new external GPU that isn't with their weird Flow X connector thing?
No idea.
While Yanni looks that up, there's a huge performance difference between the Z2 and the Z2 Extreme, the AI. The Z2 runs on RDNA 2 graphics, and Z2 Extreme runs on RDNA 3.5. Essentially, it is a... does it say here? I don't think it says here. It's about like I was reading that it was about a 15% increase or more in gaming. So the ROG XG Mobile is a Thunderbolt 5 connection. So it won't work?
Seems like it.
That's pretty stupid.
Oof. Switch to greater than Xbox Ally.
Honestly, yeah. More based at least. It boots straight into Xbox UI with the game bar, all that fun shit.
This website is
While it does boot in to Xbox UI and all that, there's still access to your favorite third-party gaming clients such as Steam, Epic, Battle.net, so on and so forth. What's his number? My number is 2. Wait. Yanni's wearing green too. It's just not as green as mine. Does it look green on there? There's a little brown on there. That's alright. From the people who have had hands-on with the ROG Ally X, I'm not saying the Xbox part. It's fucking stupid. For those who have had hands-on with the ROG Ally X, they say that the ergonomics are greatly improved because of that weird controller grip thing on the back side of it. Oh man, we're getting a lot of attention.
Getting lucky.
Getting lucky. So the ergonomics are greatly improved over something like the Steam Deck and over the original Ally, which is essentially just a flat slab, practically. Those grips on the original Ally was just practically non-existent. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at that dock. I'm gonna say the Thunderbolt 4 with the new Ally they're looking at, the Xbox Club.
Yeah.
But this is a Thunderbolt 5 system.
I don't fucking know.
I thought Thunderbolt was dead. I thought it was just USB now.
It fucking should be. That's actually kind of stupid.
I don't know why they're, I thought Thunderbolt was completely dead. I thought it was USB 4, and there was going to be USB 5.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you.
So much for that. Well, it's Thunderbolt on a non-Intel system, so...
That is nice. That is nice. Thunderbolt is a very,
What are we expecting the price to be?
yeah, a very advanced connection. But I feel like USB 4 is still pretty... I mean, it's on par. I don't know why you would want to do Thunderbolt anymore. But, speaking of the price...
You actually have a price?
There is, they're targeting holiday 2025. And the rumored price is $599 for the base and $999 for the X model.
Okay. I was going to say $800 for the X model, but $1,000 makes sense.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, that's
I don't know if
correct.
that's more than I thought that was. That would be.
Yeah.
But it's still more than I think I would spend.
This new Windows Lite version, whatever they're doing, it's not really called Windows Lite.
It's not Windows Lite. They just I think the Xbox team just has
You just call it Windows
rights.
GE.
No,
Windows Gaming Edition.
stop it. We're not in the 90s.
They should.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I don't think they'll ever do that. It'll be Windows AI.
Windows AI GE.
AIGE. ABC.
AI Lite.
Apparently, I'm not going to read that last line. I don't think that's correct. Discussion questions. How does an Xbox branded Windows handheld device balance depth and polish? No.
Copilot Windows 11. Home Gaming Edition.
God damn it.
Home GE.
Yeah, that's a better name than what. No, actually, I mean GE would make sense.
They would never have done this if SteamOS wasn't as I guess well taken to the community. I'm pretty sure as soon as Valve was like, "Hey, contributors to Arch Linux, how about we give you a salary
We give you a salary. Yeah,
and
accurate.
work on this full time,
That is true.
as much overtime as you want, 90 hours a week."
Call it the CW11 HGE for short.
10 days a week,
CW11.
50 days a month,
What are you on? What are you on about?
all 800 days out of the year.
Oh my god. What is CW11?
CW, Copilot Windows.
Copilot Windows 11 Home Gaming Edition. Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
I think the sleep is getting to me.
So, your question was how.
But what do you? So
balance
I'm not. We're
depth
not.
and
No,
polish?
fuck that stuff.
Okay, we're skipping that.
That.
I don't like that one.
Yeah, I don't like those either. What do you think about? Yeah, just what are your thoughts? I mean, seriously, like,
I'm pumped for the operating system.
you think the operating system's going to be a huge?
That's what I'm more pumped for. I mean, the
Plus-
hardware's been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hardware's just getting thrown in. We already know about the hardware. We've been aware of it.
Do you?
I just
think...
need, because everybody's looking at these freaking handhelds and they're like, man, yeah, when SteamOS comes out, and it's out, but like when it's more readily available for handhelds,
Right.
honestly. Because I guess you gotta ask, is, now they're doing Xbox. Xbox isn't gonna go to SteamOS.
No.
Like that.
Ironically, I would love to put my
That's
if I was to get one,
Not
would-
a functional collab.
I would absolutely just put SteamOS on.
Because they gotta market Windows somehow. But if they have a Windows Gaming Edition with all the telemetry crap turned off,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just as optimized as, like, just prove everybody wrong.
What, and make it just cracked out?
Yeah, make Windows not garbage
Make Windows great
for a
again.
handheld, and actually make it recoverable. With a proper installer, because holy shit, Snapdragon.
Yeah.
The ARM version of Windows sucks.
Yeah, Snapdragon's insane.
Just trying to reinstall the ARM version of Windows is a freaking nightmare. Why is it not just 2 clicks?
To recover
give,
any Windows
give me a
system?
piece of software. You have the media creation tool. Just make a media creation tool for ARM. Why do I have to download packages and like splice in bits and pieces of other installers
But
for this to
Yanni-
work? It's like download this version and then download this version, then just make it.
But Yanni, what I think you're forgetting is it just works.
Nope,
Nope.
that's Apple, and it barely works.
Damn.
It barely works. I still don't have my on-device Siri. Garbage.
Yet.
Garbage.
Yet. Ironically, that's in the doc.
It's almost a year later.
Almost a year later, and they didn't talk about it once in WWDC.
No wonder why Bro got fired.
Yeah, seriously.
And I also learned, apparently, I learned this from Josh. Apparently, like 6 minutes into WWDC, their stock like tanked 2%.
Yes. A
Like
lot.
$75 billion or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now's
That's
the time to
insane.
buy Apple, apparently.
So, no, I'm good.
No, I'm good. I don't know. Apple's a pretty safe stock, just, not right then.
Famous last words.
uh,
That's it. It's just downhill from here because we're never getting smart fucking Siri.
what I'm
Too much to ask for.
what I'm excited about with the ROG Ally is the hardware going to the Steam Deck.
I don't know how you start voice assistants, and now they have the shittiest voices. Like, I think Bixby is more practical than Siri.
And shitification. That's all it is.
Are they just like trying to fucking dunk on their own software?
No, I think Siri was mismanagement.
They just fake fired this guy.
I need to send you that Snapchat video.
They fake fired this guy that was like working on Siri, and they're doing all this crap, and they're like, look how high, or look how far we came on top.
This is the video.
Siri
Just
was
sending this
stop
to
listening.
You. I'm sending this to you
I said stop listening.
on Discord, and you need to watch that later. So you can get respect for your elders. I mean, for Siri.
I don't have any respect for Siri. It sucks.
But speaking of Siri, WWDC happened.
Yes.
What? Before we even go into anything...
I've got my points on it. So as you're going over your points, I'm going to be glossing over my points.
Okay, I'll just talk about the points then.
Yeah.
So WWDC happened on that was yesterday.
Tuesday.
Oh my god. That was wait.
Monday.
Monday.
Holy
shit.
Today's Tuesday. Today's Taco Tuesday, guys.
This week is fucked.
Taco Bell's item of the day sucked.
God damn it.
Cantina chicken tacos suck.
But
It's
Apple
expensive.
revealed a whole bunch of new things software-wise for their phones. Phones, laptops, tablets, iPads, tvOS, watchOS. They're bringing a more unifying redesign and naming scheme. All Apple operating system versions will be led by the year that they will be used in. So this year, the iOS version coming out is iOS 26, not iOS 19? Is that what it would have been?
It's going to be 19. We're on 18.5 right now.
Oh, yeah, 19 then. In addition to this, there's also a new naming convention for a major design overhaul across all the operating systems called Liquid Glass, as lovingly shown in our thumbnail.
Arrow.
Stop, we're getting there. So essentially, they, in the keynote, they talked about how they based it off of real, like, chunks of glass in the real world, try to make it look as glassy as possible. If I pull my phone out, though, because me and Yanni have both updated to the beta. I also have it on my iPad. If I pull my goddamn phone out, I do not see... Like, that's not a real world piece of glass to me. That's... Like, they say it's like, yeah, real world glass. No, that's not... It would be cool if it did that.
It'd be cool if it didn't lag.
I mean, this is beta. Like, you know how your card in the Apple... Apple Wallet app, like, you do this and it...
They've been doing motion since the 5.
That'd be so fucking cool if that did that.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a missed opportunity.
Since the 5.
The other thing that people are concerned about with it is readability, which I have already ran into.
Yeah, I've run into a couple things.
Because it's like, it's white text on a essentially white opaque background.
Yep.
And depending on where it lands on your screensaver, it is hard to read what it's on, and you have to look real fucking close.
And I'm confident that's going to be ironed out.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's
I was going to say, this is only one day with the beta.
Yeah, that's a given.
That's not a huge deal. Let's move on.
Clunky.
Yeah,
I was
right
not
now
expecting it to be so clunky.
It's not terrible, though.
It's usable.
It's
a
very
little
usable.
miserable, but it's usable.
It's very usable. To specific features, though, iOS 26 introduces essentially just call screening and a hold assist feature.
Oh my god, that's so exciting.
Which essentially, when you get a call from a number that you don't know, it answers it for you. And once the person starts talking, you can read what the person's saying. And then you can decide whether you want to pick up or not. Hold assist is the thing that I think I'm more excited for.
It
I don't
sucks.
know. Oh,
I'm gonna tell you why it sucks.
okay. I don't know if anybody else has done it before. I don't know if this is like one of those Apple first things.
Nope.
Oh, all right, cool. I've never seen this before.
Google.
Really?
Google along with call screening.
They've done both of these before? Oh, I had no.
That's the whole point of the Pixel.
I had no fucking clue.
Yeah. The
Anyways.
whole reason why Luke won't get rid of the Pixel is solely because of call screening.
Well, so I knew the
The
call
whole
screen
reason
was a
why I had-
Pixel thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know the hold assist thing was
also
that
Pixel.
already okay.
Yeah,
Well, essentially,
Pixel's super smart.
when your
Yeah.
phone detects that there is hold music, it will hang up, quote unquote, the call, and will call you back once a representative gets back on the phone.
Yeah. It asks if you want the phone to hold the call for you.
Yes.
And then when they get back, they let the person know that they're now on hold and that they're ringing for you. That's also the caveat because, chances are if you're waiting on hold that long and that person answers, their representative, and they then hear they're on hold, they're just going to hang up.
Well, what if they aren't on? Well, I don't know. Did they explain how that works? I thought it just rings you, and I just assumed it would stay silent.
So, no. When the representative connects, the voice will say that you're now being ringed. Yep.
Oh.
That's how it works on Google, and that's how they explained it's going to work for Apple.
Oh.
And I was like, man, if you're waiting on hold for that long, and then somebody who's on a time crunch hears they're now on hold,
they're just not gonna.
They may be very inclined to just hit click right away.
Yeah, they're like, no. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind then.
That's the only reason.
That's not that cool.
I like it in theory, but I feel like it's going to create a lot of headache because people are going to be like, yeah, no, I'm not doing this.
Absolutely. Moving on to the Messages app. Apple has now added custom chat backgrounds, group polls, new message filtering.
Chat background
The
slap.
filtering is cool shit.
Filtering.
Because I always we keep getting those fucking toll texts.
Oh yeah.
And it filtered it.
That's gonna be sick.
And I just saw a little.
Oh, see, I didn't get one yet. But
I
you
saw a
got
little
one.
icon.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What's that?" I clicked on it. I'm like, I didn't know. I had no clue.
Right.
What'd
you see it on?
Right there.
Oh, right up here.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, spam.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a spam tab.
There's a spam folder. Yeah. The chat background is also kind of cool.
Yeah.
Nope. Up to the. Yep. There you go. Hell yeah.
Well, you can't see it because it's too glassy, but
because of liquid glass.
yeah.
Anyways, the whole idea behind the Messages apps updates is essentially Apple is like 2 steps away from releasing. No, I say 2 steps, but from releasing iMessage on Android. And to me, this tells me they're trying to get feature complete so they can compete with like WhatsApp and all the other.
Think they're actually going to do
apps.
that?
Maybe. Because, like, why else would they do it? If
Yeah, they open iMessage for
like
Android.
every iPhone user,
huge.
every iPhone user,
Just get everybody on the same page. But then I think that's also going to be inclined to why get an iPhone?
It depends.
I mean, aside from everything else, my
Yeah.
last thought about getting an iPhone was, thank God, iMessage. No.
Because you don't care about iMessage.
Yeah, no.
Me,
iMessage features are cool, but realistically, like when I'm texting someone, I'm just texting someone. Right?
Yeah.
It's always just down to business.
iMessage doesn't really matter much to me anymore. I remember it used to.
Yeah.
Like it definitely bothered me. But it's really not a huge deal overall.
Yeah.
So
It'd be nice if it all just worked seamlessly, and it seems like it's very slowly getting there, but
But I think if they did that, they're gonna make you pay.
that stuff is totally not make or break for a phone.
They're gonna make you pay like $10 a month to use iMessage.
I feel like it wouldn't even be that much.
Maybe.
Honestly, they still charge $1 a month for iCloud. That's phenomenal. That hasn't changed in forever.
Yeah, that's a.
And I hope they keep that up. That's a
for
gold
only
standard.
50 gigs, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
not bad.
gold standard. I've been running on that for years.
Yeah.
$1 a month.
So,
Fantastic.
on the camera in Safari, there's a simpler UI for the camera.
Yep.
You swipe up for the old settings that you used to have. I wonder if I can show that.
It's too glassy.
It might be too glassy. Too, speaking of bugs. So, that's essentially what you get opened up to now. Should I zoom in or something? I don't know.
Can you?
You have video and photo. And then if you come back to here and you swipe up, you have all of your...
That's pretty cool. I didn't even know you could do that.
That's all your advanced settings, so like flash, styles, exposure, all the more advanced things. In the top, in the top left, you have your options for how you want. Like you can change your resolution to 48 megapixels. If you go in the top corner, which that's something I believe you had to do in the settings app.
In the top corner?
Oh,
This
where are
one?
where are you at? No, not that.
I'm just on photo.
The fuck are you at? It just lives up there.
Oh, you must got like a promote or something turned on.
No. You had it just a few seconds ago.
I was in video.
Yeah, same thing. Same spot.
Yeah, but my photo doesn't have it.
That's a bug then.
Maybe.
Because you definitely should have it.
Nope.
4K 60. Oh,
I'm missing things.
buttery smooth. Anyways, so the camera app is like it has a much needed redesign. The old camera app was just like there were icons for things that you had no clue what it did. You couldn't get to the resolution scaling parts of it or the frame rate parts of it very easily. Like I said, I'm pretty sure you had to go to settings to get it.
It was not very think Apple.
No, it was not. And Safari really is just looks nicer. It's just redesigned. That's kind of all Safari did. Visual intelligence is just circle to search with AI. There's nothing special to it. It's literally just take a screenshot, circle to search, call it a good day. I'm going to skip.
It says on device.
It is.
Nothing.
It is on
Nothing
device.
is on device.
It is on device.
Not yet.
Says you, bitch ass.
Siri's not on device. Nothing's on device.
It's on device.
Nope.
Yeah, it is.
Nope.
It is.
Nope.
I'm skipping iPad OS for now, you fucking asshat.
You think Siri's on device?
Not
No,
Siri.
no.
No, not Siri. I thought you were talking about the circle to search thing. The circle to search is on device until you go out to the internet.
I was gonna say if it actually works.
Yeah, we won't know.
Yeah. Siri's supposed to be on device, but I asked it to do a simple conversion. It can't even do that on device.
WatchOS and AirPods updates. WatchOS gets a wrist flick gesture. That reminds me, hold
You
on.
skipped over macOS.
I told you I'm skipping it. For right
macOS. Okay, for right now.
now.
I'll make my comment later.
Finish reading the WatchOS one because I'm gonna go update my watch to the beta.
WatchOS gestures, wrist flick, WatchOS 26, and AirPods updates. WatchOS gestures,
Jeez,
We're
you're
getting
just reading
wrist
it line for line.
navigation, and AI workout buddy
it's
for
up to date.
smarter fitness tracking. AirPods games.
Oh,
Oh, you know what I noticed? They used CarPlay.
that's new. Oh, dude, CarPlay.
CarPlay's been good.
CarPlay looks so cool.
My maps kind of sucked on the way here, but
Yeah, the maps are weird.
I think that's gonna iron itself out.
But there's a lot more information on my screen now.
And YouTube immediately. I use YouTube Music. That immediately got a glassy look, like instantly.
Yeah,
Since
because
this
that's
morning.
just how it looks.
Yeah,
Same as Spotify.
it was
It's
great. It
all a
was killer.
unified.
Yeah,
Like they cannot do a whole lot of anything in CarPlay.
right.
Like they can use exactly what Apple gives them, and that's it.
Yeah,
Because the YouTube Music app looks almost exactly the same as the Spotify app, which looks almost exactly the same as the Apple Music app.
yep.
And there's no like CarPlay is incredibly locked down, which
That's
makes
fine,
sense because you're
honestly.
in a car.
Because
Like, you can't
the issue I
fuck
have with
around that much
Android
in a car.
Auto is they have this huge fucking bar at the bottom that just takes up so much screen real estate, and it's just garbage.
Yeah.
It's like a freaking mess.
But yeah, the wrist flick, I'm excited for that because when you get, when you get a notification on your watch,
Oh, I already did it this morning.
you did it this morning. Okay, so So
Yeah,
when
my
you get a
alarm went
notification,
off, and I just
oh,
it was amazing. Yeah, my alarm
Oh,
was going off, and I
God,
kept doing this.
dude.
I was late to work this morning. Yeah,
It's late to work this morning.
it was amazing. I just kept snoozing it like that
But
because I
yeah,
struggle to find the buttons in the morning.
whenever you get a persistent notification on your watch, it happens like my weather notification will
Yeah.
never go away,
Right,
and
that's crazy.
like I would have to interact to get it to go away for some
Right.
reason. Same with some text
I
messages.
haven't done anything today with that.
But all you have to do is just flick your wrist
I remember
and
this.
it'll go away. Yeah, I tried that.
I
didn't
never
like it.
enabled it. It kept
Um,
activating on accident.
Yeah, that was useless to me. The AirPod gains. I didn't know that AirPods had anything new. Apparently, you can tap the stem to photo capture and enhance the voice isolation for recordings.
Yeah, that was interesting.
I didn't know that was a thing
I
until
only
we
caught
started
that-
researching.
I watched the entire thing and I just didn't catch it. I
Yeah.
guess I just avoided it as soon as I heard AirPods.
Either that or they just never talked about it. I don't think they
Right.
talked about it because I watched the whole thing.
I might have dropped a sheet on it.
Yeah, that's probably all it is. Gaming, Vision OS, and CarPlay. There's a new Games app, which is fucking stupid. It just replaces the Game Center that's already existed. Vision OS 26 has PSVR 2 controller support, spatial widgets. And that actually, this is the big thing for people who
Talking
have.
about CarPlay?
No, this is Vision OS.
Okay.
Spatial widgets around the Vision Pro. It remembers. So apparently, on the old version of the Vision Pro,
Yeah.
OS, if you, I believe, if you walked away,
Yeah.
and then came back, your Windows would be gone.
Okay.
Like it would just disappear.
Right.
This
Had an issue with persistence.
apparently this version fixes that.
Okay.
You can leave the room entirely and you'll just come back and it'll be there.
Yeah.
Um
Like recognizes your
and
environment.
don't remember but I think they fixed the train thing too. Because apparently like if you were on the train using it, it just would not keep the window still.
It's wicked.
It would just fly through you. Which I thought was hilarious.
Wild. Okay.
They also updated
I guess
those
there's like a
weird-
compensation package.
those
Yeah.
weird avatar things they made.
Yeah.
And
Higher quality.
it looks pretty. I mean, you watched the video.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good. But all this is for naught because it's a $3,500 device that
Yep.
nobody owns. So it doesn't matter.
It's pretty cool. Instead of furniture, you can just buy that and then just have fake furniture.
Just have fake furniture. I mean, honestly, instead of a TV, you could buy that. But then it's a worse experience. So like, buy a TV. Oh, I'm at 15%.
I went from 100 down to low
God, that fast?
6%.
Sweet Jesus! You need SteamOS on your device.
SteamOS. I tried.
Apple Intelligence Siri. I think Yanni's going to take this one over because on-device LLMs via the Foundation Models Framework is open to third-party developers. The live translation supports live translation in multiple languages with AirPods interoperability, and the Siri has been postponed. Full Siri 2.0 overhaul delayed
Is that
beyond
actually a thing?
WWDC.
2.0?
I didn't. I was not aware.
They got a color version
To
too.
be honest. This is the article I used. Let's do a Control F. Siri 2.0. Oh yeah.
Somebody's just nicknaming it.
They might just be nicknaming it. We likely won't get a look at working Siri 2.0 at WWDC 25. Okay.
Yeah, I can swing down to my notes real
Yeah,
quick.
so I know you have a lot of feelings on this, as you've already let us know.
My note was, where the fuck is my smarter, functional, and on the fucking device Siri?
Oh God, I didn't know you like wrote out a whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was my last bullet point
Jesus Christ.
right there.
Not from the first.
No, the whole reason why I even got the 16, I don't know what happened, because I put a thing that I took the structure from. It just put it in the wrong spot. I just want Siri to be smarter. Like, that's it. It's not on device. It's like, so not on. So we were Tractor Supply, and I was asking it.
Oh, I remember this.
Basic conversion, right? Metric to imperial. Don't have to go on the internet for that. Just do it on device. And Siri just had a complete fucking stroke.
It did.
Total fucking stroke.
I don't remember what exactly it did. We should have recorded it.
It was like 22 millimeters to inches. That's all it was. That should be on device. No matter how fucking dumb it is. On device. Is that broken?
I think so. It looks like, at least.
Oh, no, it's not broken.
I mean, that's just not broken. Yeah. Well, I think there's a part that's not actually coming out. Anyway, sorry.
But
the ADHD.
I go to Google. I have the Google app, and I'm like, hey, what is it? And it just told me instantly.
What do?
I had no signal.
You had no signal? We're at the road.
Yeah, I know.
Sure.
We were in the Tractor Supply.
But there's signal there. I get signal.
Barely.
Really?
It's not like 5G, like,
I mean, no.
perfect, yeah.
4G.
But it was
like,
instant.
yeah.
And Siri was having a total fucking stroke, like a complete meltdown. Could not do it. 22 millimeters to inches.
Gotta love Siri.
So that's my issue. The whole reason why I even got this phone was so I could have a useful voice assistant. And I can't even have that.
Because why would you? But
so,
back
yeah, that sucks.
to iPad OS. iPad OS. Oh my God. They did it. The whole ad that they had like fucking 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Where they were like, what's a computer? It's happening. At least I think it is. Siri isn't smart. I thought they do more with ChatGPT. I'm not surprised that they don't.
That's why Bro got fired.
Yeah. Because I'm not surprised that they aren't doing more with ChatGPT, and that's because Apple wants to make their own footprint in the AI space. So they're going to try and avoid ChatGPT as much as they can. Also, you can't really trust ChatGPT to keep things safe and secure like Apple likes. So that's why I'm not surprised they didn't just go all in. If they did, also, like, OpenAI would be fucking quadrillionaires, probably. That would be a huge contract. But iPad OS. They finally added real multitasking to the iPad. Like, real, like, it works basically like a laptop. And I installed it on my iPad, which is right here. If I don't knock anything over. Which is right here. And if I had a display capture, I would love to show you. Hey, look, you sent me money. But it's like
actual Windows.
It's so fucking cool.
And it's pleasant.
And speaking of,
it's insanely pleasant.
The Photos app, or not the Folders app, is a real file explorer, file manager.
Yeah.
Like, you can see oh, yeah, that's still janky. But you could see information about your file And then apparently, let's right click on this. Nope. You can do open. So there's an open with. Open with was not a thing before.
Yep. You
had to do the share thing and share it to the app you wanted to open it with. It's like, and what's funny is Apple knew.
Yeah.
They knew because in the keynote, I'm gonna pull up the clip. We're gonna watch it together. It's me and you are. I don't know if I'm might be too lazy.
Getting a video clip.
Yes. But in the fucking clip, 2025. Okay, thanks. There we go. In the clip, he straight up is just like he basically gives a smirk to the fucking screen and is like, man, isn't that crazy that we did that after all this time? Yeah, it's this exactly right here.
Sometimes you use
Shut
an
up.
iPad.
Nope, stop it.
Off.
Fuck.
iOS 26. Back to you, Craig.
Turn it up so hopefully we can hear it.
Wow. More windows, a pointier pointer, and a menu bar? Who would have thought? We've truly pulled off a mind-blowing release.
They knew. They knew that we wanted it this entire time, and they're just fucking with us.
They just gate kept it.
Basically.
They may have just been polishing the hell out of it, because the way you were using it just now,
Yeah, it was pretty clean.
phenomenal. It's like they put all of their effort into that.
But if they were polishing it, why did you release?
I can tell you, iOS right now is not even anywhere near that polished.
Why did they release two horribly failed versions of multitasking? Because Stage Manager is fucking dumb.
I think because they were really trying not to do it.
The other one,
because then it's like, why have a Mac?
The other one was just split screen. That's all it was. And then the other thing is, that
also sucked.
Another wild invention is they added background tasks. So when you leave a window, it keeps whatever task is currently going on going. Yeah. Like a normal OS.
Like a normal computer.
Yeah, like you could switch an app and things will just
because the iPad's
continue.
Been capable. Yeah. Maybe the RAM.
Not even.
They've always had super low RAM.
Not even. Mine could have been fucking doing. Fuck older iPads.
That's what I'm saying.
Nuke them out of existence. I don't give a fuck about them.
Just on the latest iPads is probably where it's most capable.
So I have an M1 iPad.
Think before the M series.
Fuck them. They don't exist.
They barely put any RAM in it.
They don't matter. Shut up. Stop it. But yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so happy. And then there's something about macOS. I don't care much about macOS.
macOS 26 Fat Ho.
Let you send emails, create notes, launch podcasts directly via search. So it's just overpowered Spotlight search.
Oh, Spotlight's so good though.
It's way better than Windows.
It's so good. It's not like the updates come into it. Windows search doesn't exist. That's fucking trash.
There's speaking of, there's a power toy that you can download that actually no, trust me. It gives you the same functionality as Spotlight search in Windows.
Maybe.
I use it at work all the time. Actually, I have it on my computer. Hit all space. Oh.
Stop stream.
Stop stream. Yeah, that's all it is. Tax. Why'd you type in taxes? I ain't got no tax shit on there. I don't have Word on there either. Dummy. Click to do. What is he? I don't know what he's doing.
Okay.
See? Isn't that nice? Doesn't that make you feel better?
No.
Should
be native.
Yes. Accurate.
No, I added on my dock, or my part of the dock. I have, you can filter for messages, you can make calls off of it, you can send messages from it. and it's all with I just put custom like shorthand.
Oh, yeah.
I could be
I
like
think it's just abbreviation.
CMS. Call Mark Street.
Oh. Content. My immediate thought was content management system.
Yeah. Nope. I can just simply do that really quick. Or I can do TMS and then just type out a message to text you. Or EMS.
EMS.
Or EMMS. However you want to do it, but you can make all these shorthand tags. It's phenomenal.
Oh, so you can make them, they're not built in.
Maybe it'll learn. Maybe it'll figure it out. Maybe it'll catch a hint or clue.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think it's
the way they were using it was sick. It was so cool. Spotlight was the best thing that came out of that. And there was also another thing is you got a notification.
The phone app.
Yeah. You get a notification, you click on it, like instantly pops your phone up on your screen, and whatever you were going to do on your phone, just do it on your screen.
Yep.
That was
nice.
fantastic. And you could tell because they always hint towards that. They're like, how about the streaming? And you get into that beta, and I was Sequoia. And I was in Sequoia, and I was playing around with that. And it was clunky. And now it's so freaking fluid.
Should I see if I can get it on the beta?
You're calling if you want to. I wiped it, right?
Oh,
I don't have any data on it.
Beta updates off.
You open for developer, right? Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Tahoe 26.
All right.
Well, this will be on Tahoe by the end of the night.
I'm going to bump this Mac up to Fathead.
Definitely not right. I probably shouldn't have done that because now it's going to be trying to fetch the update.
Just hit the X.
Kill battery.
Nope, it just says up right now. So we'll wait.
17 gigabytes?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's a whole new image.
I get it, but damn.
Now, don't do it now.
Windows is not. Oh.
Oh, it's a good thing it didn't do it now.
Yeah, it's like, actually.
That was going to crush bandwidth.
Gonna crush everything. Anyways, back now. Yeah. I don't care much about the macOS thing, frankly. I really the whole thing, my whole takeaway is iPadOS is finally usable. Other than just loading it up for one thing and one thing only, which I usually use it for drawing. So
I think they were like, why make iPadOS anything like macOS and allow Windows? And then they were like, well, it's still an Apple product.
I was gonna say people actually want it though.
Well, they just kind of caved and they said, you know what? They're not going to buy MacBooks. They're going to buy iPads.
Yeah,
and it's
the same. But the thing is you say that, but the iPad is already stepping on the MacBook sales because it's $1,000 device.
Yeah,
$1,000 plus. Like if you're gonna make somebody spend that much money on an iPad that has the same exact specs as the MacBook equivalent, then why not give it more powerful features?
Yeah. Well, the iPad's now turning into like one of the greatest two-in-ones.
Yeah, now it is.
Officially, yeah.
It
like the Surface is okay. Like if you absolutely must have Windows, the Surface is okay.
I think your Surface is behind me.
Yeah. Pro 4.
Speaking of,
yeah.
Yes.
Because I had a Pro 3 and then I got the Pro 4.
God, you're a crackhead.
I didn't buy the Pro 3.
I think overall, though,
I was loaned it. Yeah.
Overall, this was a very, very well-packed WWDC.
Yep.
And a very eventful WWDC.
Mm-hmm.
Liquid Glass
Aero theme
is pretty cool. Aero theme.
I think it's Vista's book.
It's an upgraded Aero theme.
Microsoft can say we're just going back to the Vista days.
Yeah,
Give me back Windows 7 and Vista search.
I don't remember that.
It was king.
I mean, I remember Windows 7 search. It's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It was king.
I was gonna say, I didn't think there was anything special with Vista search.
Phenomenal. It just worked.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
See, that was the thing with Vista search. It literally just worked.
Well, I wouldn't say Vista just worked. Vista had problems. Windows 7
Vista had problems because computers couldn't handle it. That Aero theme was brutal on those computers.
It was garbage. It had a lot of underlying bugs too. I've watched.
That's fine.
I've watched Dave Plummer's channel.
I miss Windows 7. Yeah,
Did you ever watch Dave's Garage? Dave Plummer,
probably.
ex-Microsoft
at some
engineer.
point.
Well, his whole thing is he's an ex-Microsoft engineer going... Specifically, he says going back to the Windows 95 days is exactly how he opens every video.
Yeah.
He worked on Longhorn before it became Vista.
Steakhouse.
What? Stop.
It's a Longhorn.
You're breaking me right now. But he worked on Windows Longhorn before it became Vista.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, Vista has like fundamental problems under the hood. It's not
Right.
just Arrow that fucked things up. It
Yeah.
was the team that fucked things up.
That's fine.
And he said that's like he said he took a sabbatical and then left.
It was a great game.
Microsoft entirely. So Vista is not a great operating system. I think that's pretty well known. 7, however, that's like probably
King.
the best one.
King.
RTX 9060. I think I just want to like shoot through this one. I'll be honest.
It's a 9070. I didn't even know it was a 9070.
Yeah. The 9060 was released for $350 for
The
the
9070 came out
16.
first.
Yes, it did. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, the 9070.
9060 is the budget.
Yeah.
That's why it was such a big deal.
Yes. It is $350 USD for the 16 gigabyte model, $300 for the 8 gigabyte model. It's built on RDNA 4. Let's see. That's not important. At 1440p, it delivers about 70% FPS average across 18 titles, as determined by TechSpot. And is on par with the RTX 5060. What's it look for? Looking for the Surface.
No, I forgot.
Oh, yeah. Snack. That's yours.
It's mine.
I already had mine.
Oh,
It's yours.
sick.
Snack.
I'll probably save this for tomorrow.
Um,
I like these. I used to have these all the time.
the rough highlights is Call of Duty. I didn't write the newest one. Whatever the latest one
COD?
is
I
whatever the
don't
newest
even
fucking
know
Call of Duty
anymore.
is. It's 32% faster than the 5060 Ti. God of War Ragnarok is only slightly better. Black Ops 6, which is not the newest one, but there's about to be a Black Ops 7, is significantly faster as well. Ray tracing is about 20% behind the 5060 because ray tracing is stupid. Power draw is 10% or 10 watts more than the 5060 at about 150 to 160 watts.
That's fair.
That's fine. Temps are usually around 70 degrees Celsius. Everyone, however, is saying to steer clear of that 8 gigabyte version because it is a huge bottleneck. Nowadays, you really need 8 gigabytes of VRAM.
Brutal.
It is crazy that a card is shipping for $300 with 8 gigabytes of VRAM.
Would have been better if they just didn't make it.
Yeah, honestly. Because now they're just going to muddy up the waters, essentially.
Yep.
Especially someone who's not really
I wish they just cut the shit.
knowing.
Just have me a 9060, have a 9070, have a 9080.
I wish they would do a 9060 and
I
9060
don't need a
XT.
Pro Plus Mega Max XT.
I'm fine with
fucking-
the XTs. I'm fine with the weird monikers they come up with. I'm fine with all of that. My
I
problem
just
is
wish they'd cut the shit and give us 3 tiers.
my
Good, better, best.
my problem is when they do this is a 9060 and this is a 9060 but 16 gigs. Like, yes, bigger number better, but you're implying I'll get the same performance with lower number too.
Yeah.
Saying it's 90, like, it's not a huge deal, but that's just kind of how I feel about it. Does a 4 to 6% drop in performance matter if you save $50? That's a question that I thought was interesting.
But you're talking about 8 versus 16 gigs.
Right. Is a 4 to 6% drop in performance matter? But that's in current titles, not in future titles.
I'm not even looking at the drop in performance. I'm looking at the amount of available RAM I can use.
Yeah.
Is 8 extra gigs worth it?
For $50.
I mean,
That's
it's
cheaper
gonna
than
give
upgrading
you-
the RAM in your system.
It's guaranteed at a minimum to give you 1 extra year.
At least.
You know, can you save $50
Because
in
8
1
gigs,
year?
8 gigs is, 8 gigs is already pushing current titles.
Right.
Like, current titles are already, like,
their
this
argument is
the minimum.
1080p, but that's shrinking rapidly.
Yeah. Steam hardware survey 1440p is the king right now.
And so 1080p and 4K decreased
Yeah.
on the Steam hardware survey. Like the numbers are flooding into 2K.
I really want to upgrade because, like I said, I'm still at. We talked about this, I think, last week or the week before. I'm still at 1080.
we got LG monitors in. They're OLEDs. Yeah,
So you get that,
I saw them on the wall.
and you can take the money that you gave me back, and then I'll buy one of your monitors.
Yeah, maybe. No, my monitor's still absurdly expensive.
Um,
But that's the next upgrade is OLED. That price needs to come down.
I want one big TV, one
And
big monitor.
You should have seen what Scott had. Man, you should have gone to his house.
Yeah, that would have been cool. I was too
It's a good thing
tired
you
in the
didn't
week.
because there was no parking.
Oh, really?
That's why we were crammed in like sardines and I got swiped. But no, his desk makes sense. His desk is a kitchen table against the wall.
Yeah.
Like like about 3 times the size of this.
Holy crap.
It's like 2 back on the depth,
Yeah.
and like you just turn it sideways and just attach it.
Holy
Yeah, it's
shit.
like it's wide. And a whole freaking TV right against the wall. 55-inch, 65-inch.
That's pretty cool.
And it just never made sense to me because I was thinking desk and then TV just kind of hanging off the edge.
Yeah.
No, it's a whole dining room table. It's sick. Yeah.
So it fits, is what you're telling me.
And you're concerned about your floors. My God, you might actually fall through his floors.
Really?
Yeah.
He has that much of a problem with the floors?
Whoa, yeah, you gotta go. Scott doesn't watch us, but I'm sorry, Scott. You've got to see his floors.
I don't know if I want to, because I'll make a hole in his floors
You
then.
might, yeah. It's crazy. I was walking through it, it was pinching my feet. And
Oh my
I was
god.
like, yeah, my sock got cut. Not cut, caught. My sock got caught in one of his floor panels.
Holy crap.
It's like he has no subfloor. It's insane.
That's scary.
Yeah, it's super creepy.
That's scary.
And it's like that on the center floor, which has a subfloor, and it's like that in the basement. It's like 3 steps down. That's on foundation. Yeah, it
Okay.
was hilarious. Yeah, I was in there and I was like, yo,
Like,
like,
yo.
like you wouldn't have anything to worry about if you walked into that. You'd be like, like my house is pristine.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what do
Time
we
to
got?
ban somebody.
Oh no. Oh,
And they're banned.
so fast. Efficient.
Can't even read it.
Efficient.
Um.
I can still click on the link that.
So yeah,
Yeah, 16 gigs.
96.
Don't buy the 8 gig one.
Yeah, just don't. Just don't. Just don't.
Ray tracing still sucks. Dude, can we talk about the requirement for ray tracing real quick?
How it's stupid.
It's dumb. Like, that's so gate kept.
Gate kept. How's that gate kept?
Behind a ray tracing wall.
Like games are?
Yeah, the Indiana Jones one. Mandatory. You can only
Mandatory?
play it. Yeah, if you try to launch it without ray tracing, like without a ray tracing capable card, just says, fuck you, sorry, you can't play. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's nuts. Like, one of the most, like, ambitious games. And they're just like, no.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can't run it. And I think you could still bypass it, but it runs at 4 frames. Like, actually. Yeah,
I'm
it's
sure there's a way to bypass.
garbage. It's only ray tracing. Only. Everything's ray traced.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's actually crazy.
That sucked. And then I think there's another game that's doing it. It's like 2 more games after that that's doing it.
Stick locks are expensive, Yanni. Or do you want to talk about?
You know, I like LTT Store and I like their stuff.
Oh, he's on a roll. Yanni with the hot takes.
But man, their stick locks really are expensive for
How much are they?
some silicon. I looked at it, like I still have your gift card.
I thought they were $10.
No.
Really?
They are
$100. $100 for, oh my god, they're
It's
$18.
$18 fucking dollars for a pack of 4. It's only 2 controllers.
Hold
Like,
on.
to be fair, you know, like, how many controllers are you really bringing with you?
Is it so it's a pack of 4, right?
But it's a pack of 4. So
Okay.
that covers 2 controllers.
Oh, they have it on Amazon apparently.
But, like, fuck, dude. Like, that's expensive. $18? It's cool. I can see it works in the GameCube controller. And, like, these are awesome. I get it. But I also just don't get it.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, I get it. There's development and all that stuff. But, like, for how long?
Yeah, how long does it
Right.
have to be?
I would much rather just get TPU, just model after this design, and just print it and make the thing available myself.
TPU for AMS, baby.
But I don't want to get in trouble for doing that.
You won't get in trouble for it if you're not selling it.
I wouldn't be selling it, but it's like they could just 3D print their own.
Yeah. There's other people
But
who
it's not my design.
So? There's other
Well, I
people
don't
who
know.
have, like, I'm literally looking at it right
Yeah.
now. There's people who have put LTT designs on printables. I think I've gone past all of them. But
What about the stick locks?
nothing specifically about stick locks. Like, they literally did the
Magnetic
wireless.
cable clips?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the magnets would be a pain, like, realistically.
Well, yeah, you'd have to get
The magnets they use...
magnets.
I found out that any kind of strong magnets, practically impossible to get unless you're going to, like, a reputable supplier, and they only sell it to you by, like, the hundreds, if not the thousands.
And I think,
Any kind of, like, real super strong magnet.
yeah.
No, I really like the stick locks. I haven't used them, but I'm sure they're phenomenal. But I ended up making my own. I don't know how to properly remix something, is my issue.
On what?
On anything. Like, they provide the STL or the
Because you
step
should,
or the CAD file.
just a link. It says, did you remix this? You click it, then you provide the link to it.
But, like, when people take a design and they're like, oh, I just adjusted this. I don't know how they do that or, like, what they're doing to it. If they're just throwing it through Tinkercad or they're pulling it in somewhere else. Because when I pull it through SolidWorks, it does a whole thing that never completes. And sometimes it does partially complete and it looks fantastic. But I don't know. It's kind of a garbage process. I just printed it for my original Pro controller, which are these yellow ones. So that's these. I'm going to jump over here and...
You better jump. You better jump, all right.
Those. I don't know, is that good?
Yeah, it's good.
On camera?
Yep.
And apparently so Switch 2 Pro controller, so with the gray back, the neck on the analog sticks are super thin. So there's a size difference. So I took the stick lock that this guy made, which is this yellow one. And I made one with a thinner diameter. That's the white one. And that's so it can go in the Switch 2 Pro controller.
Awesome.
I just had to... I printed this yellow one. and I had to measure everything on it and just recreate it in SolidWorks. And so I did just that. My leg was cramping.
How dare you?
We got a yo from Memphi.
Oh, what's up?
Howdy. So I just recreated all the dimensions and everything. I redid the design, and I just called it a remix because. Do we remember you?
Remember me? I assume he means me.
Don't remember the name.
Not off the top of my head.
One of your
don't think
previous
so.
subscribers.
Black
Ops 2. Oh, this would have been. Oh,
Yeah, this is a long fucking time ago.
Close Clan.
Memphis, this is a long fucking time ago.
This is gonna be all you.
Yeah, high school. On the Xbox. That's all I remember. It's like slowly coming back to me. Yeah, it's Brian. Brian would probably know.
With Brian. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Brian. I'm getting bits and pieces back. Yeah. Because you did a shit ton of trick shotting, and you tried to get us all to trick shot, and me and Brian hated doing it. Well, I don't know if we hated doing it, but we couldn't do it. How's it going? Hopefully, all is good for you. We're just chit-chatting about the day's news. Well, I guess not the day's news, but the week's news. So, but yeah, so you're stick locks.
I made them for the Switch 2 Pro controller.
And now you're working on it for the Joy-Cons.
Yeah, I was actually super pumped because another person just added it to their collection.
you're still getting
Yeah, just
they're still going.
I'm getting downloads. I'm getting prints. People are actually like printing these, which is pretty freaking cool. Where am I at here? There I am. And somebody had commented and asked if I could make them for the Joy-Cons, and I assume it was the Joy-Con 2s. And the only thing with the Joy-Cons is that on the analog sticks, they have a little...
a rubber gasket.
Yeah, they got like a rubber sock on it. Like on the bottom of the analog stick. That phases like in and out of the actual like edges. So I want to be careful not to tear that. But I'm working on it. So currently, obviously, I think I'm the only one that has it up. Because, I don't know, just today alone, I got like 3 more people that added it to their collection, which is awesome. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Joy-Con 2 stick locks coming soon.
Oh, yeah.
And I hate calling them stick locks, but
It's
stick
kind of the
lock.
best they
It
can
locks
be.
your stick,
It locks your sticks.
I don't know what else to call them.
And I guess speaking of the Switch too,
Analog stick immobilizers.
analog stick.
No one's searching for that.
ASI.
ASI.
Instead of the OSI model, it's the ASI model.
Yes.
The ASMR model.
The preferred.
Anyways. So how did the Midnight launch for the Switch go?
Good. That's some pretty cool people. I learned that Five Guys. This is criminal. It's amazing though.
You say it's criminal, but it's
It's
$2
criminal to my wallet.
for a slider.
It's amazing.
I think that is criminal, and not the way you're saying it's criminal.
It's criminally good.
It's criminally a fucking ripoff.
A ripoff.
Yeah.
It's super far from a ripoff.
$2.
You think it's
for
$1.50?
for a slider?
It's a Five Guys slider. So it's a good patty.
For a slider.
You get any 4 toppings.
But it's a slider.
Yeah. It's a Five Guys slider. You haven't had it yet.
But it's a slider. It's
How much are White Castle sliders?
It's a Five Guys burger.
How much are
But
White
it's a
Castle
slider.
sliders?
I don't fucking know.
$1.49, $1.79. That's how much a White Castle slider is.
Is it?
Yeah.
When's the last time White Castle's been here for that?
$1.99. Five Guys. Any 4 toppings.
Give me a McDonald's burger for the same price.
Not for $2.
Watch me.
McDonald's hamburger. So the amount of meat that's on that, but more on a slider. Yeah. Five Guys has sliders, any 4 toppings. You can add cheese for 25 cents and bacon.
Just get
So
12
for
sliders.
$2.50, you can
You're
do
just breaking this shit down.
bacon cheeseburger sliders with still 4 extra toppings.
Five Guys is delicious. I'm kind of just fucking with Yanni.
It's phenomenal. 4 sliders for $8 is a whole freaking meal in itself. That's cheaper than most meals in any other fast food place. From Five Guys. That's why I'm so shocked. Because Five Guys usually expect you go in there, you're like...
Always leaving $15 or more.
Yeah, like almost 20 is the standard. It's like $15 for a burger. Like just a regular burger. But now
it's
you're
owned by
telling
the
me...
same Five Guys.
But you're now telling me... So when I went in there with Joe, to get these sliders.
Joe Mama.
I got a large fry. My mistake. I forgot. Large fry is very large. It's like half a bag of fries.
I love it when they throw the fries in there.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They charge that
It's always
much,
so
and they
messy.
say they always do the extra scoop of fries because they want to like make sure it seems like you're getting your money's worth.
But do they though?
Because they're not making money on the fries.
Yeah.
Like, it's all the money onto the burgers, and if you get the fries, it's just an extra bonus. But the fries are also expensive.
Right.
So it's just kind of meh. Five Guys is super delicious. But yeah, no $1.99 sliders. I couldn't see it in the app, so I didn't know if that was just a midnight launch thing, like a local thing they were doing because the GameStop's nearby. But no, I hope it's permanent.
It's permanent for you.
Because that slaps.
They're like, Yanni walked in,
And
$2 sliders.
I keep going off track. They actually had a couple signs up for combo meals, $8.
He's still going on about it.
I was shocked. They have combo meals for $8.09. Less than $10.
That's fucking funny.
That's cheaper than every almost every single fast food thing out there.
Yeah.
A meal, drink, fries, burger, under $10
That's
from
not bad.
Five Guys of all places. So I don't know. Yeah, I was shocked on that. Back to that midnight launch. We were waiting in line and a guy went over to Five Guys, and that's how we found out about the $1.99 sliders. I did manage to get mine. I was in the pre-order line. I was hanging out in the to-buy line. Since the pre-order line was very lonely for the last hour. And we saw people starting to line up, so we went over there. I ended up getting my Best Buy coin, which I don't have with me.
You have a Best Buy coin.
Yeah, they had Best Buy did a collab with Nintendo. That Nintendo Switch 2 coin has Best Buy 2025 in the back.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
pretty cool. People were
Now I'm jealous.
yeah, people were really wanting that. Apparently, I believe the first guy in line that was there was pretty big on the coin. And that was, I guess, the big thing with Best Buy. But
Max almost out of battery.
good thing we're zooming to. Is that 10%?
Yeah.
That's still got another
5 hours.
something like that. Yeah, a few retailers the next day actually had leftover stock, well into the afternoon, for their base units. Costco apparently seems to have a decent stock. I haven't checked our local
tell you.
Costco, so I have no idea. From my experience playing with it, the performance is awesome on it. We had we had 7 controllers hooked up. We were all playing Smash. It was over at Scott's on a 4K TV. And the entire experience was super fluid.
Hell yeah.
7 controllers hooked up, no latency issues, no disconnects, no drops. Everything was just fantastic. And then we were also playing Mario Kart World, and we each had our Pro controllers hooked up. I had my Joy-Cons hooked up, and that was also phenomenal. Again, on a 4K TV, 4-way split screen. That was just a ton of fun. Mario Kart is super unforgiving, though.
Is it?
You can get rolled super quick, so you'll be first, second, third, you'll be high up there, top 3. You'll get hit by a shell and then targeted by a bullet bill, and then rolled over by a giant mushroom,
Jesus Christ.
and then hit by a stray golden shell passing by. Like, it's unbelievable. In 5 seconds, you can go from, like, counted. I officially counted. In about 5 seconds, you can go from 1st to 18th. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's insane. It just doesn't stop. Because the thing with Mario Kart, like Double Dash, and Double Dash was like my last big one that I played. If you were good enough, you could actually lap people. In this one, it does a great job just trying to hold everybody in the mayhem together.
Huh. Now,
I don't
that's
know.
Interesting.
I don't know if I like that much. But yeah, because you can get steamrolled so fast.
Right.
Another note I put in here is that people are mastering these tracks.
Already?
You can, so there's a lot of rails that you can grind on,
Yeah.
and you can hop off of those, and you can hop onto walls, and when you hop onto walls, you get a boost, and when you hop off the walls, you get a boost. So people have been absolutely crushing these levels. It's been insane. One thing I didn't notice with my Switch is that it does get fairly hot when it's in docked mode.
Not hot enough.
Like, uncomfortably hot.
Oh, really?
I don't know if that's going to pose any issues down the road, but
Probably will.
unlike the first Switch, yeah, the Switch 2 gets very hot.
That's surprising.
Yeah, it's got a pass-through fan for it to.
I wonder if it needs a stronger fan then.
Effectively
Maybe they
cool.
prioritize it being quiet.
I've got no idea. I mean, they've got cooling down to a T on it, but I don't know. Maybe it's built for it, and
It's built different.
you're just feeling it dissipate. But I was actually a little shocked by how hot it gets. Nothing crazy about the battery life. It's about how you expect. You get a few hours of play out of it.
Yeah.
And then the controversial topic was the welcome tour. The welcome tour is phenomenal. And I know it's late. We're shooting for 10:30.
You said quote unquote people can blow it.
Yeah. Welcome tour is fantastic. People can blow it. Hella worth $10. I learned a lot from it, including covering concerns that reviewers have. So, like, one thing they talk about is on the... I'm pulling this out.
Okay.
It's late. I know he wants to sleep, but I'm going to show him the welcome tour real quick, because this is actually awesome. People talk about the Joy-Cons and how they can, they feel like it's going to break at some point. So, when you pull this apart, there's a little chip on the inside here. This chip actually wobbles, just a little bit. And even as I'm, like, doing this, there's a little bit of flex with the Joy-Con, and it's actually designed like that. There's supposed to be a gap. When you connect this, it's not a perfect seam. There's a little bit of pink there. There's a little bit of blue there. The reason why it's like that is because if it's sat flush, it would be so easy to pry this apart using leverage. The other thing is these buttons now, SL and SR, are stainless steel. So this is all under a sticker. The magnets are right under a sticker, and the purpose for the sticker is that it's thin. And the reason why these buttons wobble aren't because they're normal buttons, is because they actually do poke out a little bit. And that's so it can grab it inside the console. The other thing is, you can actually force these off if you get leverage on it, but you're going to have to take it off. It won't happen by accident. The female port in here for that male connection is also movable. So no matter how you angle this and how you install it, whether it's upside down, backwards, on the other side,
Jesus.
it doesn't matter. I can take it, go backwards, and flip it around on the wrong side.
And it still
And
works.
just hold it like that. And it does actually still work. It won't charge that way, but it does
Right.
totally still work. And it can detect that it's been connected.
Oh.
It won't break it. It's completely designed to go on any which way and come off any which way. The mouse control's fantastic. Have no issues there. What I'm going to do is move this a little bit forward.
How dare you?
I'm going to kick this a little bit back.
How dare you?
And I'm going to
He's gonna make me do things.
prop this up just a little bit. And we are going to go to the welcome tour. I'm going to load this up. And I'm going to kick the brightness up just a little bit.
You would turn it up so they could also hear a little bit.
There's not much you're really hearing from it.
Oh, the UI is nice.
It's super nice and it works really well. This entire welcome tour thing is awesome. It's totally worth $10. That's what it cost. It's totally worth $10. What I'm gonna do here, I wish I could stream this to you guys, is we're gonna do 2, maybe 3 things.
What the fuck?
And the 2 things, I'm currently on the strap right now.
Yeah.
But you can see here, if I go to, we'll just do this real quick. So like I'm on the right Joy-Con, right?
Yeah.
You can actually go here. It puts you on the circuit board of it, and it tells you what everything does down here.
Okay.
And I can go even further down. I think that's back here. Yeah. You take quizzes and stuff. You can just learn some information, right? Joy-Con 2 is a computer. It's got its own, like, CPU built into it, and it just tells you all about it. And then you take an actual quiz. I'm not crazy fond about the quizzes, but
Yeah.
you learn a lot of cool stuff regardless. And then here I'm walking on the battery, and then here is the HD rumble motor
Oh.
that they're super, super crazy about. So, but that's not exactly what I want to show you. What I want to show you is first the Maraca physics.
Okay.
We're going to go over here. Yep. He's just telling you about it. We're going to take this one.
All right.
I'm going to have this one.
Wait, that button
And
says
you're going to hit A. So I have my Maraca.
Oh,
see what that
yo.
So that's not even it. If you hit the left button, I guess for you it's going to be Y. This is the crazy one.
Oh my god.
So this is, we're doing the Maraca demo, and there's a rubber ball. And it really goes to show the, it feels like there's a ball.
And you can feel where it's at.
Yeah, it feels like there's a ball rolling in here, which is the crazy thing.
Yeah, if you
And
close your eyes, you can actually feel like where it's at.
the force of it tells you like where the ball is
Oh.
inside.
I don't know. The beat's pretty.
And as you turn it, the vibration kind of travel. It's really like the most jarring thing. So
I'm trying to
that's
get your-
that.
There you go.
right, and then
Change
change
appearance.
appearance.
Ah.
And there's that. You shake the Maraca 100 times. There it goes.
Yay.
So we'll go ahead and end that.
Yay.
And what I'm going to do is we're going to go over to the next demo here.
HDR.
Or actually, if you want to, real quick, since we got it, we can do this super fast. We're going to test out the mouse controls. So they do have
I have the spike balls. Okay.
they do have a mouse thing you can do. So they want you to put it on the table, and you can do that, and you use the long skinny button to left click. So the way it shows you, like, well, yeah, you want to hold it like that, and it keeps it pretty stable, as relaxed as possible.
Put it over here.
Yeah, that's totally fine. So you'll be moving that, and you'll see what it looks like when you move it. And it was actually significantly more responsive than I was expecting.
Yeah, this is really good.
These Joy-Cons are super expensive. I remember you can move up and down too. So they're super responsive, and they're expensive. And you can try again if you want to. And they're expensive because now each Joy-Con has an optical laser in it. So it can move around just like a mouse. If I thought about this ahead of time, honestly, I would have had this 2-hour capture card so I can show you how this is. But the games on here are phenomenal. I'm not even like a quarter of the way through the welcome tour, and I already have several hours in it.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely the best way to hold it.
Yep. Still like try and keep it stable on your with your thumb and all that. But what Mark's playing right now, there's have these spike balls raining down, and he's a little UFO, and he just has to dodge them and see how long he can go for, and it gets crazy. I have yeah.
What was that? Oh, okay.
So
I'm done now.
we can go back. I'm gonna take you to one more demo here,
Okay.
and then we'll be good after playing with all this. The next demo that I have here is the HD Rumble sound. I'm going to take this
Both of them.
and this. And you're just
Okay.
gonna click through that.
Even without any speakers. Okay.
It's letting you know that the HD Rumble motor can make noises based on the frequency, and it tells you a little bit about it as you wind up to it. So, Switch 2 Systems HD Rumble 2 feature can produce sound. It says here you'll experience firsthand how these vibrations turn into sound. It says please mute the Nintendo Switch 2 console.
Okay.
So I'm going to go up here and just drop the sound on it. It says A to rumble, and you can put it up to your ear if you want to hear the rumble going up. It says the rumble's going to go up bit by bit. Sounds
What?
familiar, right? Sounds like coins.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Holy
wild?
crap.
So if you can hear it, I can take that one if you want me to. And that's coming purely off of the motor, the HD Rumble motor.
I don't know if you can actually hear that or not. I can't tell.
That is so bizarre. Yep. So that's some of the cool stuff that you can do with the welcome tour.
Okay. Get this out of my hands.
And I've just been
It's too much fun.
absolutely loving this.
That is incredibly quiet, but it's so cool at the same time.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out of this. But that's a little bit about the welcome tour. I wish I could show you guys, but
Yeah, we didn't have
you can
anything set
totally
up for today.
just look it up and see how it is. People are super against it. I think it's phenomenal for what it is.
It's definitely an experience more than anything.
The team did a ton of work on it. Whoever did the work on it, super smart people, super awesome people.
Definitely care.
They do have a little cheat code because obviously now people are finding another thing to complain about, and they're like, oh, if you don't have like the camera or the Pro Controller, you can't do the things on there, so you can't like progress. There's only one way to complete the game. I was like, no, that's actually not true. If you go around and just chat with people, like any Nintendo game, like almost any other game, you catch context clues from chatting with people around the world. Several times you'll find similar people that all tell you the same thing. You can punch out SOS in Morse code.
Mm-hmm.
So it's short, 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 long, 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 short, short, short.
Mm-hmm.
And that will give you a skip. It'll automatically give you the 2 medals for that task.
Oh,
And you can just go on about your day. You learned about the item,
okay.
and you get the 2 medals. Because if you can't do it, you can't do it. Like
Right.
there was a touchscreen portion, right? I could totally do that. Obviously, it's a Switch. Yeah, it has a touchscreen.
Yeah.
But I had it docked. I don't want to like reach out of the dock and take it down and do all that because I get the gist. It has 10 points of touch. I totally get that. I just why, and it just oh cool. You put in the cheat code. So here's your 2 medals. You get 2 silver medals, just saying that you skipped it.
Cool.
And it still counts. And if you want to come back to it later, you can just come back to it later.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, super freaking cool.
That is pretty slick.
That's the welcome tour. I think it's worth it. A lot of people were dogging on me for it, but I think it's phenomenal. It's a ton of fun.
Yeah, based off of what you just showed me, I think that's pretty worth it.
If you're really, really geeky, I mean,
Yeah.
you
If
just keep
you're nerds,
taking
yeah, absolutely.
an elevator, you go through a whole freaking park, and it's just like every little piece to the Joy-Con, even the straps, have their own area you can walk on.
Yeah.
And it's got a little like lost and found section at the customer service counter. You find like you find a hat, you find glasses, you find something else, and you just return it back to the customer service guy. Who knows what that's gonna do? But it's like all part of the game.
Right.
It's a huge game, and they put a lot of work into it. And I think it's fantastic.
Hell yeah.
For $10, it's worth it. It could have been bundled in, but honestly, it's think about the people that actually took the time to make that, and whoever came up with that idea. It's worth every penny of $10. I would have paid 20. So, yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Cool.
I guess our only projects going on this week is I'm gonna make an under cabinet mounted network switch at work. And I want to add multi-board functionality to it. Just so, cable management will be a little easier.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have to print some models for an upcoming video. And I don't know if I want to spoil much else about it, but
Cool.
it's
I won't say
related
anything
to
about it.
related to stuff we talked about in past shows.
Super cool stuff.
Hell yeah.
On my list of things was get the camera working, which I did up to an extent. We found out our camera doesn't have clean HDMI output.
Who needs cameras?
Our coworker that provided us with the camera is super cool.
Sorry, Josh.
It's an awesome camera. It's super sick.
It
We
is
actually
awesome
learned
camera.
we learned so much with it, and got to try out the different lenses and just found some really, really, really cool stuff about it. I gotta give you back your SD card.
Oh,
But for our case, we're trying to use just playing around, trying to get a better webcam for the show, just to see if we can get some cooler shots. Maybe blur out the background or something like super sick. But this camera specifically doesn't have a feature called clean HDMI, so there was always some sort of overlay doing something. And the closest we got was everything off the screen while we were looking at it. And then as soon as we turned our head, it would put a square over our face because it was face tracking.
Yeah.
And there was just no way to turn it off without having like a square in the center of the screen or the corner of the screen. And we weren't going to crop it or anything like that because it doesn't seem like it wasn't really built for that all too well. And the Canon
That reminds me.
webcam app I think we were trying to mess with for some reason wasn't. It was limited to 720p unless you want to pay extra for it,
And I did not want to pay for
it's a really old unsupported app now. So we're gonna look into other avenues, but we did learn a ton from it. We appreciate our buddy Josh for giving us the time to play around with it and work with it.
100%.
My next note is I have to fix the fucking PEG. We're coming up with a funny skit where I'm getting super mad and throwing stuff and cussing a lot.
But to make it work,
I have to fix the PEG. It's not fixed in the way
we
I have to
make a
totally
resolution
unstring it.
video.
I have an idea that I've already designed, and I've 3D printed it, and it's all ready to go. I just need to get the time to shuffle everything off my bench and actually do this. But my days off have been filled with more work, so I need to fix this, and I'm aiming to get this fixed before next show. And then I'm printing out name tags for work, and all of a sudden they're just printing like shit.
As they do.
I'm using a 0.2 nozzle. I'm using custom settings. I can't remember what settings I had because I didn't save them like an idiot. Because I thought, oh, I'll just look all the stuff up again and make it work. Nope. I just totally forgot. So I need to look a little bit harder and get that figured out. But once they're done printing like shit, and I get them printing beautifully again, all of my coworkers will have super sick
beautiful name tags.
name tags. So, and that's just been a personal project of mine. And then our combined project is, that's a funny fuzzy. It's got a fro.
It's got a fro, but it's got a Type C out.
is learning more about
Windows 7
cameras.
HDMI.
We're learning a lot more about cameras, or we're going to see which ones can output to where. That looks sick, and I'd be willing to go half and half on that.
What would that be? 5? That's what, 250?
Not right away, but
There's a white
it
one,
would be
too.
super safe.
There's an open box one. That'd be cool. No.
That'd be really good. But yeah, got a little bit going on. Try and make quality a little bit better for the stream.
Yeah.
See
Gotta
how
make
that
it look
goes
nice.
rolling.
Ah. Not available for pickup at Neilbox. Okay, so no. But it is nearby.
Sweet.
So, anyways, this is not a today problem.
But we're
So-
definitely going to be looking into it. It gives us something fun to look towards to.
Yes. Oh, I don't know why I got rid of that. I definitely should have kept that to the side.
So
There you go. All right.
nice. Aside from that, I think that was all of our topics.
Yeah.
I got nothing else.
So, well, I guess if that's the case, that was just about everything.
Yep.
So, thank you everybody for joining in. See us again next week on Tuesday. Hopefully at the more on time. So that way I can be more awake for it.
Yeah, we got to get better about getting this earlier.
Yeah, well, I mean, last week was trying to work with the camera. This week was trying to work with the camera.
Thankfully, it didn't take that long.
Yeah, this time we're like, all right, we gotta call it. So, hopefully,
Burn through that list quick. Yeah, we tried to cut it short.
yeah,
Howdy, Craig.
one of the two of us gets cranky when he's tired.
I just get drained the next day and suck at work, but now we make it through.
Yeah, so, well, I appreciate everybody for coming out. See you all next week, and have a good one. Be safe. Don't be Yanni, and yeah.
That's me.